Hello everyone and welcome back to more Goddess of Victory NIKKE. So, first I want to start off with the fact that it's been quite some time since I last recorded NIKKE. And at the time of this recording, it is in the midst of the winter event for NIKKE, Ice Dragon Saga. And at the moment, we have our two newest NIKKEs added to the game, being Maiden Ice Rose and Guillotine. Specifically, Guillotine Winter Slayer. So, Maiden's banner basically started at the start of the event, which was back on the 5th, and hers is running until, I believe, I think it was the 26th?
Sexy, perhaps?
If we check here... Nope, it wasn't... Where is it? Ah, here we go. So yeah, with Maiden Ice Rose, her banner is going to be running till, yep, December 26th. So pretty much just after Christmas. And then when it comes to Guillotine's banner, hers is running to December 31st. So pretty much the end of the year. Now, of course, both of these NIKKEs are limited, are more as limited NIKKEs. So as it shows here, as it shows here, for example, she will not be for, say, Guillotine. She won't be available in Ordinary Recruit, New Commander, Special Recruit, Ordinary Recruit, Tutorials, Social Point Recruit, Mileage Shop, and for mold items. Speaking of which, they're not the only two special NIKKEs on offer in terms of the recruit. So, aside from Guillotine Winter Slayer and Maiden Ice Rose, we also have the reruns of Ludmilla's Winter variant, Ludmilla Winter Owner, and we also have the winter version of Mika Snow Buddy. So there were two other winter event NIKKEs that have been released, which were the winter version of Rupee, and I believe Anne is her name. I'm not sure if there's two variants or just the winter variant, but with the fact that we haven't we initially weren't seeing anything in terms of mention with them rerunning in the event. However, Shift Up did release some dev notes, which I will showcase here. Boom. So, as it shows here in this window, there is a special rerun. As it shows here, regarding seasonal limited character reruns, we understand that many commanders are eagerly anticipating the rerun of seasonal limited characters from summer and winter. Here's an outline of our basic policy regarding seasonal character reruns. First rerun: seasonal limited characters will have their first rerun 1 year after their initial release during the same season, and then subsequent reruns. We plan to provide additional opportunities to obtain these characters through continuous reruns. However, these reruns may take place during special events unrelated to the season. Details will be shared through announcements closer to the rerun dates. For those waiting for the reruns of Rupee Winter Shopper and Anne Miracle Fairy, we kindly ask for your patience just a little longer. Thank you. So, thanks to that news, we ended up finding out that yes, they will still rerun characters for NIKKE, especially the seasonal variants, because when we weren't seeing any news about the rerun for the winter variants for Rupee and Mika, we were then thinking, people started started assuming the worst, like, oh wait, are these characters like done? Are we not even gonna get them anymore? But thankfully, in those dev notes release on Twitter, we got word that yes, those characters will get their rerun opportunities down the line, which is good. because not only will we be able to get opportunities to get those NIKKEs again, but even some of the summer NIKKEs that have released in the past who are currently unavailable, such as I believe the summer versions of Neon, Mary, Neon, Mary, Anise, Helm, Sakura, and Rosanna, respectively. And speaking of recruitment,
Sexy, perhaps?
During the previous event, the Secret Garden event, I managed to get enough points to get the 10 advanced recruit vouchers, and I decided to do a more or less last chance multi on Graves banner, and yeah, I'll put it on screen here as to what happened.
Nice to meet you.
Long-running stories should have happy endings, and the same goes for your story.
Woo! Yeah, baby!
Nice. Soldier out.
So yeah, I managed to actually, so it took till the end of the event, pretty much the last day of Grace's banner, to finally get her dupe from the banner, or just to more or less pull her from her banner in general. So yeah, I can get her limit broken, and I also recently got a dupe of Leona. And also, as you can see, I did some more or less off-screen grinding in the tower, in the track towers and manufacturer towers off-screen prior to this point. And aside from being almost level 100 now, I've managed to clear enough floors to be able to get enough of these pieces to form one of each of Tetra, Missiles, and Elysian for the molds. Not Pilgrim though, because of course I figured out that I could do that tower without having a full team of pilgrims. So, go figure. So, and after I cleared the first 30 floors for each of these three, that's when I was able to get enough of these pieces to actually get one mold respectively. So pretty much, and I double checked math wise, essentially for every 30 floors that you clear, you'll be able to get a full mold to open in hopes of getting a SSR from one of these specific manufacturers. I believe the drop rate, yeah, the drop rate is 50% for these, unlike the high quality molds where the drop rate is 61%. Though that's still better than the mid quality mold where the drop rate for SSR is 21%, which I believe I opened a mid quality mold and that's how I got the dupe for Leona. But pretty much like right after I decided to do that last multi on Graves banner, there was a mission there was a challenge I had for pulling a certain number of NIKKEs, and I was one away from completing the challenge to then get the rewards for it. So I decided to use a recruit voucher on the ordinary recruit, and just to kind of see what happens, right? So I got a nice surprise.
enjoy our show. Ugh, I'm so embarrassed.
Yep, as you can see, I managed to get Noir. So yeah, I now have the bunny twins at my disposal for my teams. So yeah, like the fact that I just randomly got an SSR and it just so happened to be a character I was definitely after for a while, Noir, definitely happy. And off screen as well, as you can see, I also got pretty much my main 5 max level NIKKEs to level 20 for the synchro device. Aside from that, I ended up getting kind of a good combination for my team to effectively take down Gravedigger in Interception, that being Blanca Noir, Cinderella, Leader, and Marciana. Those 5 together were proven to be effective when it came to taking down Gravedigger, and I actually managed to do it once off screen, and through grinding that guy through dailies, weeklies, and whatnot, I actually managed to get a few of tier 7 items, and I also managed to complete one of the missions for the Alice Diary, and I got a second tier 9 piece, this Alpha Alloy Arm Guard. So yeah, I got quite a few pieces of tier 7 so far, but probably not enough to equip everything to my whole team as of yet, especially since most of them are kind of for attack and support. So like I technically have a full support set, I think. Yeah, because I have a headpiece, chest piece, arm, and legs. So yeah, I can equip this whole set, or at least one whole set, to a support type. And then for defense type, I mainly have a helmet and chest piece. I don't have the other 2 pieces. And then pretty much same situation in terms of attack type versus, or with attack type, I have the same situation as support type. But then I also have this small group over here, where I have ones that will provide boosts to manufacture specific NIKKEs, such as this one for Tetra, this one for Missilus, and Missilus. Yeah, I haven't increased anyone else's skill levels as of yet, because if I wanted to do so, I need these. One of these special code manuals. Now, I do technically have a way to get some.
How do I look?
Because
Sexy, perhaps?
aside from the simulation room, I also have, I believe, these? Yeah. I have these to where I can get some of those specific manuals. Though with the really high grade ones, I do have that selection box, so I can get those that way. And also in my inventory, I did open some of the doll stuff. I think it was one of the other boxes I had. It was just more or less like a box set of yeah, it was kind of like this, where I could basically open them and see what I by chance get. And this way I have thus far. I believe this one I got from the Alice Diary. And speaking of the new NIKKEs, let's take a look at the newest ones.
What's our quest for today?
Yeah, I definitely do like this design, especially with the fact that since it doesn't have her face mask, kind of similar to how regular Maiden's bikini variant actually looks.
You say my outfit is too revealing? You just don't get it. The more revealing the clothing, the higher the defense.
Yeah, that classic RPG game logic. And of course, her shooting pose. Yeah. They definitely went all out in terms of her appearance and of course her physics. Yeah, really good design. And also she's apparently, supposedly from what I hear, even though I haven't really watched too many videos about it, supposedly she's pretty good, especially in terms of Elysian NIKKEs. And then of course Winter Slayer Guillotine.
The one-winged Dark Lord. He awaits for the day to consume me whole. When that day comes, you must defeat me along with my companion Ice Rose. My blood runs cold. Yes, winter is upon us.
I feel like the first reference, or the first line, might have been a reference to Sephiroth.
The one-winged Dark Lord. He awaits for the day to consume me whole. When that day comes, you must defeat me along with my companion Ice Rose.
Yeah, because the first thing that came to mind was Sephiroth, aka One-Winged Angel. Okay, so hers is rapid fire. I do like the aesthetic of the sword, for sure. And I do believe Winter Ludmilla is supposed to be pretty good in terms of what she provides as well. Now, as you can see by my gem count here, I have pretty much enough to do 80 pulls in terms of just gems. And I say we should go ahead and hop into the Ice Dragon Saga. Yeah, by this point I've already collected most of the hidden items that I've released thus far, though one of them is currently locked off in this area right here, because I believe I need to get access to here, which is part of story 2. And I believe the bonfire here is where the minigame is. So yeah, if we go to the login stamp,
World. One of foreboding and desolation.
yeah, as you can see, there's already been quite a few days for me that I've went past and I logged in for, but I didn't really do any of the game mode just yet. Mainly because I was preoccupied with other things, so I didn't really have the time to sit down and record gameplay for this event. But I still plan to. So, at the moment, when it comes to the advanced recruit vouchers, right now I have 8. So, once again, enough of the reward currency, then I can get 10 from the shop, and then in theory these 5 will give me enough for 23 pulls with just the advanced recruit vouchers. But as far as I'm aware, I don't think Ice Maiden's banner is going to be up for too much longer, right? 12 days. Okay.
How do I look? Sexy, perhaps?
So, I mean, obviously I'm going to pull on Ice Maiden's banner. I kind of want to pull on Ice Maiden's banner, Guillotine's banner, and Ludmilla's banner, because I would like to get those NIKKEs. And of course, I have like, I think about 60 ordinary recruit vouchers.
The call of fate.
Yeah, I have 59 regular recruit vouchers at the moment. So yeah, if anything, I could wait to see about potentially doing multiple pulls at the same time with all those vouchers, because I would have to wait 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more days. But we're just going to more or less see about hopping into the story, because I kind of want to see about getting through well, by this point, pretty much at the same time that Winter Guillotine's banner launched, Story 2 also became available as well. Of course, I need to progress to Story 1 to unlock it. Speaking of whom, I might as well play the first cutscene that you get when you pretty much first enter into Ice Dragon Saga.
A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away.
Yeah, you're gonna notice that there's gonna be some references in this event. I got spoiled a little bit, but mainly by images. I haven't really seen the event itself. I've tried to stay spoiler free for the most part. I haven't seen anyone go through this event, so I don't know the entirety. But yeah, right off the bat, Star Wars reference.
There was a fertile land where flowers perennially bloomed in their full glory. The people of the land spent their days taking in the scent of these flowers, carried over by the warm breeze. And they lived happily. Then, one day, a dark shadow fell over the country. An uninvited guest, the White Ice Dragon, descended upon the land, bringing a bitter chill along with it. Not long after, violent snowstorms began to rage across the country. The flowers withered, and many people, unaccustomed to such frigid temperatures, froze to death. Everyone began to speak of how they had to defeat the White Ice Dragon, who resided in the Demon King's castle, for that would end this winter's bane. They had to reclaim this once beautiful country that was theirs. This is where the tale of a great being begins. A being who exists to maintain balance in the world. The rousing tale of the adventures of Guillotine de Mephisto. Where am I? Hey, you're finally awake! I thought you were never gonna come too. I thought for a second I'd have to go with a cliché line like, "Rise, hero," or something along those lines. Hey, you're... Who are you exactly? Me? Can't you see? I am the goddess of this world.
I feel like that may be a slight reference to Death Note. Maybe?
Goddess, you say? Do I look like the kind of sucker who'd fall for an amateur trick like that? Excuse me? The Big O must have shot me up with some sort of hallucinogen. All I have to do to break this illusion is bite my tongue. Ow! All that did was hurt a bunch. Goodness! I can't believe this is the one to be chosen to be a hero. This world is doomed. Did you say hero? Why do you keep calling me that? Stop blabbering on and send me back to where I came from. I'm sorry, but that's impossible. Why? In your original world, you were hit by a truck and died while trying to save a cat.
Yeah. One, you could say she was kind of, struck by Truck-kun.
What? There's no way I could die such an undignified death. My body is the body that will pierce through the heavens.
Yeah. When I initially saw this cutscene, that immediately triggered nostalgia for me. Because that is straight up a Gurren Lagann reference. And honestly, in terms of the anime I have seen, definitely one of my favorites.
Would it make you feel better if you got smashed by an Altyson instead? Or, if you'd prefer, you tripped while posting something on Wobbler and fell down the stairs. Or perhaps after gazing at a blood moon, your own blood within you surged so violently that it caused an aneurysm. I'm afraid that's all I can come up with right now. You're free to choose from any of the above. Fine. I'll go with getting smashed by an Altyson. That's the least embarrassing of the lot. Very well. Then we'll go with that. From now on, you will begin a hero's journey to bring an end to the winter's bane. Before your adventure, however, I have one thing to ask. If you could have one superpower, what would it be? Anything at all. So this is how the cookie crumbles. Bestowed with unfathomable power from a goddess before being transferred to another world. An immutable destiny, much like fate. Very well then, as the one who observes the world, I implore you, grant me, Guillotine de Mephisto, the ability to bend space and time, so I may cross beyond the horizon at any time. Bestow upon me the power known as Dimensional Force. Dimensional Force? Pray tell, what is that? Oh, that's... It's got to do with traveling through time and space. Oh, I see. So, go ahead. Sorry? Weren't you going to grant me a superpower? Oh, that? I was merely asking a question out of curiosity. Bestowing you with a superpower apropos of nothing would be far too easy. That's no fun. All right then, let's begin. Hold on. Simulation, start!
Alright, so with that, we're effectively up to speed. So, see, do I want to get the event currency first, or just hop in? Why not?
Are you ready to set off on our adventure, partner?
Well, oh, also, in this shop, we can actually get access to another, Winter NIKKE that was released a ways back. I believe at the same time as, Winter Ruby. Though I believe... Let's see, I think Niv was in... I think she was a free NIKKE around the time, I want to say.
Have you ever seen a polar bear before? Not. Forget I asked.
So yeah, if anything, you could pretty much get enough copies of her to max limit breaker. But I think I'll hold off on getting the event currency at the moment.
Adventure partner.
Okay, so for boosters, we got Vesti, Volume, Enemy, Arya, and Exia that provide the most. And then, of course, main Ice Rose, but I don't have her yet. Oh, that's cute. That's definitely like old school Final Fantasy. Like, pretty much, like very, very old school Final Fantasy. Pretty much like, oh, like maybe the NES, SNES era? Like, pretty much the very, like, pretty much the first Final Fantasies. Alright, let's construct the team.
Ready to go. My turn. Time to put my firepower to...
Let's get this party started!
Yeah, why not? We'll bring her and... let's put add me, I guess. Yeah. We get effectively 100% boost, so right now that's kind of overkill. So let's adjust the team a little bit.
Ready to go.
Let's put in her, and then let's put in... Why not? We'll put in Blanc and Noir.
Play a game? Sounds fun.
Yeah, I do have the burst animations. Yeah, I do have the burst animations enabled for the moment. Figured I might as well showcase their animations.
If I can't use dimensional force, then certainly at least chrono break will. So she's transported me to another world before I could speak my piece. As the one who has sealed the one-winged Dark Lord, this is yet another burden which I must bear. What is that? I feel a chilling sensation tingling down my spine. Am I imagining things? At least the view is nice. I can see all the way to the edge of the horizon. Wait, all the way? That goddess is teleporting me in midair! I'm going to fall to my doom!
Ouch.
It's a good thing I deployed that impact nullification field. Otherwise, a fall like that would have been bad news even for me. My body would have been a complete wreck. And I wouldn't be able to stand properly like I am now. If I hadn't deployed the impact nullification shield, that is.
Guillotine feels a mysterious chill down her back, causing her to frantically check herself up and down.
Why aren't I injured? Wait a second. What's up with this outfit? What ridiculous getup did that lady dress me in? It's so revealing. I'm not sure I have the figure to pull it off. Then again, it does look pretty cool. So I suppose I don't have any complaints.
So it's you.
Blast! A witness. Alas, I have bared an unsightly side of myself to another. I was testing out a new skill. Yes.
El telema solos.
Hey, it's Exia. And she's actually wearing her Christmas outfit. Which I believe this outfit is one of the few you can actually repurchase in the shop.
So you've come to this place for the white ice dragon.
Exia, what's an agent of the Big O doing here?
Unfortunately for you, utterly bereft of companions, you are fated to die in loneliness.
Watch your tongue! Such impudence, accusing me of having no companions. There are many around me whom I could refer to as such. Plenty. I think.
Go to the icebound Devil King's castle, where the source of this winter's bane resides. If you wish to be a hero, this is what you must do, even if you have no companions.
Did you say Devil King's castle?
Yeah, they may be saying devil, but it says here demon.
Now that I think about it, I was supposed to embark on a heroic adventure to lift this so-called winter's bane.
Exia, how many times have I told you not to go outside? It's dangerous!
And here's Privity. And in her maid outfit.
Huh? Who's your friend?
Privity, did you get transported to this world like Exia?
I'm sorry, do I know you? I'm positive this is the first time I've seen you in this village.
This is your first time gazing upon Guillotine de Mephisto? Surely we must have crossed paths in the courts at least once. I understand now. I must have been transported to some kind of parallel dimension. At the very least, that would explain why you're walking around in such immodest dress when you're typically so buttoned up.
Hey, you calling him modest?
Mm.
Anyways, why don't you head inside? If you are caught outside after curfew...
Everyone, freeze! This is the ACPU.
We'll be in a world of trouble.
Oh, hey, Privity. We were on patrol and heard a ruckus. So the Big O sent their lapdogs as well. That's right. I, Miranda, work tirelessly like a dog, and today is no exception. Come again? I believe this is the first time I've seen you. Have you ever seen her before, Query?
I don't know. Query's kind of nearsighted to begin with.
Let me see. Of course I know Polly. She's always with us.
Like I said, yeah, Polly's not even standing here.
You're looking in the complete opposite direction.
Oh, never mind. There she is.
You all know full well about the curfew put in place by the Big O. Since you've broken curfew, the three of you are under arrest.
Hold on. We didn't do it on purpose.
No excuses. Miranda, Query, book 'em. All right.
Come with us quietly, everyone.
Stop.
Sorry?
Who are you? How do you know about the Big O? Are you asking about our identities? If you're asking who we are, it's only polite that we answer. Miranda!
Query.
Are those posing sound effects I'm hearing?
We're with the Big O, and we run this town.
Amidst the frost and cold, a better tomorrow awaits.
I'm Polly!
Woof! Yeah, there's a little quirk when it comes to Polly. She likes to make dog sounds. she's a total goofball.
What's going on with you two? Now you've got me saying weird lines too. That's enough of the pleasantries. If you don't cooperate and come with us, we will consider you an enemy of the Big O and have to administer justice on the spot. You expect me to follow you quietly? Not a chance. Now that I know the Big O has infiltrated this world.
Perhaps the problem is that our hero is a bit too garrulous. Polly's gun fires, and our brave hero Guillotine falls flat on her back. It's a rather ignominious sight.
I warned you, didn't I? If the rest of you don't want to end up like her, I suggest you cooperate.
Yeah, the main other non-anniversary event that was like this, where it had into Hub World and the voiced cutscenes, was, I believe, Last Kingdom, the event that had which I believe that event was, or it was Last Kingdom or Lost Kingdom, one of the two phrasings. But that event pretty much centered around Crown, Modernia, as well as Kilo.
If I had known it would come to this, then I would have ignored Exia and stayed inside the association.
And then I believe also Scarlet and Rapunzel, modern day Rapunzel, were also involved in that storyline.
Venturing out like this has put me in danger.
Be quiet!
Yes, ma'am.
Now! Miranda, Query, arrest them!
Will do!
Did she cuff Miranda, or did she cuff herself?
Could I ask you something, Polly? What is it? I understand why Privity is under arrest. And I understand why Exia is under arrest. But is there a reason why I'm under arrest as well?
I knew it. I knew it. She accidentally cuffed Miranda.
Huh? What are you talking about?
Oh, you. My eyesight isn't so great.
We know this. I mean, my dear, you should really invest in glasses. I feel like you could use a pair of glasses. They would probably help you a lot.
Not this again.
That makes me wonder how many times this actually happened.
This stopped being funny a long time ago. Never mind. You two just stay still. As for you, Privity, don't even think about running away. You stay right here. I'm watching you.
Aw, man.
Just as Polly is about to handcuff Privity,
Wait,
Guillotine steps between them.
Privity, did you just say something about the association?
Huh? Yeah, I did. More importantly, though, didn't you just get shot in the head?
A headshot is but a mere bagatelle to those such as me. Hardly enough to take me down. You see, I don't have a scratch on me.
You're right. You're completely unharmed.
Wait, seriously? Look carefully again. Do I really not have a single scratch? It should be right here.
No, you're completely fine. How is it that you're more shocked than me?
Good question.
I'm actually fine. It's all abundantly clear to me now. In this world, I am invincible.
Invincible?
Never mind that. At any rate, allow me to make you a proposal. In exchange for taking out these big O lackeys, you must take me to the association.
Take them out? Do you realize what you're saying?
I'll take that as a yes. Don't worry. I, Guillotine de Mephisto, do not break my promises. You hear that, big O lackeys? I've got you this time. I feel like I can do anything right now.
I'm not entirely sure what you're getting at, but I take it you're refusing to come into the station? Instead of wasting your energy, why don't we try and settle this peacefully? If you behave, I might let you off with just a warning.
A warning? How absurd. Privity, take Exia and step back. I don't want either of you to be collateral damage due to me underestimating my own strength.
Guillotine takes a step forward and brings her hand to her eye patch.
All of you, gaze upon the formidable eye of Guillotine de Mephisto. For this is a lethal eye, and death will be instantaneous. Extermination process, activate. One-winged Dark Lord, I request that the seal be lifted.
Let's strike a cool pose and activate the extermination process. To everyone's surprise, nothing happens.
How much longer do we have to wait?
Ingrid? I just said a killer one-liner.
Of course. Yeah, so just like Maiden, normally, in order to use their special abilities, like the Kikodama for Maiden, they have to get permission from Ingrid in order to use their special abilities.
I need to use my eye right now. Ingrid? I forgot which world I'm in. Ingrid isn't here to approve an extermination order.
Nope.
Very well. I'm left with no choice. I will have to break the seal by my own hand.
We're wasting time! Arrest her!
I'm sorry, Polly, but that's impossible.
What do you mean?
You gave us orders to stay where we were.
Ugh, forget it.
Polly aims her gun at Guillotine's forehead.
This is your final warning. Can it with the cookie talk and come with us.
Oh, Polly, there comes a time when a NIKKE won't back down from a fight. That time is when her honor is being impugned.
Guillotine chants a spell as she takes off her eye patch.
To the deep, dark power residing within me, to the waves of isolated energy sealed in the Dark Lord's wing. Awaken from your long slumber and grant peace to this pitiful soul. Extermination!
As soon as she finished her chant, a black wave emitted from Guillotine's right eye.
It's like, aside from the fact that these two have the dizzy eyes, I kind of like the face that Polly has is hilarious. Incapacitating any enemies caught in the lethal eye.
It's super effective.
Well, there's a Pokemon reference.
As soon as the wave touches them, Holy, Miranda, and Query are rendered immobile and collapse to the ground.
You really defeated them.
You saw that too, didn't you? I didn't imagine it. That black wave from my eye. A wave. Such strength.
Uh-oh.
As with all formidable abilities, there are often consequences. As a side effect of using the power sealed within her eye, Guillotine faints.
One-winged Dark Lord has been awakened. All willpower is temporarily lost. Go ahead and claim this. Oh, wait. We got challenge stuff. Yoink. Yeah, the other, more or less the other variant that got revealed was essentially this, alternate skin for Vesti. Nope. There's Exia and Privity. But yeah, the minigame, that will unlock after stage 5.
I'll share my luck with everyone!
Performing reload sequence.
Yeah, with how quick the enemies are getting defeated, probably not gonna be able to show the burst animation until, well, until probably story 2, if not till hard mode.
It's perfect performance.
That's enough. Stop.
Stop? But if we stop here, we can't protect the Ark.
Protect the Ark? Tell me, what is your mission?
My mission? To reclaim the surface and restore our world to its former glory. That is why I must protect the Raptures and kill humans.
No. You got that in reverse.
You must stop. If you don't, I am under orders to take you down.
If I don't stop, you're going to kill me?
That's right.
I don't understand. All I'm doing is carrying out my mission. Protecting Raptures, killing humans. Why do I need to stop? I'm just a NIKKE. I have no will of my own. I am merely following orders. Why do I need to be eliminated?
I must.
The mass-produced NIKKE pushes Guillotine to the side and disappears. Soon after, there's the sound of gunfire, and screams fill the streets.
Guillotine hurriedly gets up, only to have something soft and pliable smother her face.
And yeah, the first thing we see is her chest.
I can't breathe.
Oh my, sorry. Let me move away first.
To be fair, not exactly the worst thing to wake up to.
Is that better?
Be careful. We were just under enemy attack.
That's no way to refer to my chest.
Oh gosh. Okay, I'll admit, that was funny.
What? Never mind. Forget I said anything.
All right. Did you have a nightmare? You don't look so good.
A nightmare? Was it a dream? I got all worried for nothing. Sorry.
It's okay. We always do what we can to take care of the guests at our inn.
Inn?
Privity came in here with you last night. You had fainted. I was surprised when she said someone as small as you was the hero who intends on defeating the White Ice Dragon. Apparently you took down the Big O's lackeys single-handedly?
Who are you calling small? Wait, I was unconscious? Since when?
I'm not entirely sure what happened. How about asking Privity later when she wakes up?
Is Privity resting here too?
Indeed, she is. I gave her some soup to warm her up before going back to the association. She must have been awfully tired, though, because she fell asleep after only taking one sip. You must be famished as well. Wait right there, and I'll bring you breakfast in a jiffy.
I'm sorry, but I'm not particularly hungry at the moment. Besides, I have urgent business with the association. I really must be going.
Really? My goodness, she left in an awful hurry.
I can't believe I ran into the green-eyed culinary murderer. Whenever I'm forced to ingest her dishes, I feel like I've been banished to purgatory.
Yeah, supposedly, I think it's like lore-wise in NIKKE that supposedly Emma's not that great of a cook.
Even Ingrid asked me to cover for her and say she was in a meeting when Emma brought some food over once. And Ingrid was never one for lying. If I hadn't beaten a swift retreat like I did, my adventure would have ended right then and there. Crisis averted. I'm sure Emma doesn't mean any harm, but that's precisely the problem. At any rate, I was so focused on running away that I haven't the foggiest idea of where I am. Which way must I go to get to the association? Is that?
Guillotine finds herself standing in front of an old shrine, located at the center of the village.
Laplace! What's a statue of Laplace doing here?
Don't you know? That's Laplace. She's protected this land for as long as we can remember.
So there was another hero besides me?
That's right.
Yep. And Drake is in her main outfit too.
Good old Laplace. She always said how she wanted to be the best hero anyone's ever known. Only to end up an ordinary hero. Tragic, really.
Wait. If Laplace has been protecting this place for so long, what is she doing now? Why is she sitting back while the remnants of the Big O roam freely, and the winter's bane spreads unchecked?
Hard to say. Let me tell you a story that's been passed down in our village. When the White Ice Dragon came here, it brought the Big O along with it, blighting our lands and cursing us with the winter's bane. When that happened, the hero Laplace gathered her companions and embarked on a quest to lift the curse. The hero and her companions defeated Shifty, the strongest of the Big O's 4 heavenly kings, and slowed the spread of the Winter's Bane. However, Laplace eventually found herself bereft of proper companions, and so she was soundly defeated by the heavenly kings which remained. She did not even reach the Demon King's castle, where the White Ice Dragon resides. If you do not wish to suffer the same fate,
You must make sure to form a tightly knit party before embarking on your journey. Yes, Maiden said the same thing. I must find myself trustworthy companions. Looks like I'll have to summon them myself. Come with me. I'll introduce you to my very own companions.
I'm afraid I cannot do that. I'm busy right now.
Busy? If that is so, what are you doing here?
Can't you tell? I'm washing the graffiti off this statue. Those jerks at the Big O didn't leave me any space to write my own graffiti.
Oh, brother.
So I'm wiping the whole slate clean to take revenge. That will show them who the real villain is.
Guillotine quietly walks away. Guillotine heads to the village square, and after confirming there is no one around, takes out a piece of chalk. With it, she draws a magic circle on the ground and chants a spell.
I, Guillotine de Mephisto, hereby declare to those corporeal beings beneath this earth with whom my fate is entwined, respond to my call and the will of this world. I am the one who observes the world. I am the one who suppresses the one-winged Dark Lord. Friends from the Ark, come to me!
Summoning circle activated. Someone has responded to the caster's call.
Let's do this!
Yeah. So the plan is,
Enemy aircraft has been shot.
like I mentioned, I'm gonna metaphorically go through all of story 1 and story 2, being that's available at this point, pretty much in one sitting, though I'll probably still split it up to where it's gonna be story 1 in one video, and then story 2 in the other, and then pretty much after that, then we'll see about doing the polls after that. Because by that point, I should have enough event currency to see about getting the 10 advanced recruit vouchers from the shop, and then those combined with what I have currently in advanced recruit vouchers, as well as the gems, I may have hopefully a decent chance of getting the characters.
Darn, this isn't easy.
Not easy. What do you mean?
Boss? When did you get here?
You didn't pick up the phone, so I decided to stop by in person. I've been here for precisely 12 minutes and 5 seconds.
You called? I had no idea.
Have you been playing games all day again? I wish you could at least keep your room tidy.
Sorry.
What game were you playing this time?
Oh, it's called Combat Ace. You control the fighter jet, and you've got to shoot down enemy planes. Using tactics, that is.
Sounds like a wonderful game. But I seem to recall you playing Iron Punch not so long ago.
I'm past that now. After mastering all 763 levels with every character, there was nothing left to do.
Jesus. It's like, that's borderline as bad as this particular trophy / achievement with oh, I can't remember which Mortal Kombat it is. I want to say want to say Mortal Kombat 9, and you have to do like a certain set of like in-game achievements for every single character in the game, and then you get the final achievement / trophy tied into it. Like, it is a ridiculous grind, and this pretty much reminds me of that.
763 levels. That many?
I want to say there's borderline that many in the Tribe Towers currently.
At any rate, why aren't you playing with Guillotine? She seems obsessed with games as of late.
Oh, Guillotine?
Black Rose, I have a favor to ask of you.
Something I forgot to mention, that with this update, Grave and Cinderella are also in Ordinary Recruit and the Pilgrim molds by this point. So, if I by chance get lucky at some point, I may be able to maximum break Cinderella.
What is it?
I've been undergoing virtual simulation training to make my movements more efficient, and was wondering if you would...
I'll pass.
Then what about...
Pass. Pass.
I didn't even say anything.
Pass.
Okay, fine, I'll be straight with you. I've started playing a game called Final Quest Online, but I'm having a tough time trying to level up. Whenever I'm with other players, all I end up doing is drag... well, things just don't go so well, that's all.
What? Who would dare speak to you that way?
Anyway, I was wondering if you could grant me access to Black Rose's breadth of knowledge. I happened to overhear that your avatar, Black Rose, is a legendary figure in Final Quest Online. There's only one boss raid which you haven't cleared. The rest you've managed to complete solo. A remarkable achievement truly befitting one who bears the moniker of Lone Master of Kododama.
All right. Let me ask you something first. What is your profession exactly?
My profession?
Yeah. I accidentally said the wrong word. It was Kododama, not Kinkodama or whatever I said before.
I am an adventurer, tasked with protecting Eronia. All sorts of guilds have tried to butter me up with job offers, but I could see plain as day that they only wanted to exploit my fame as a hero.
Oh, okay.
So then, would you join my party for an adventure? I want to enter the first dungeon, but no one will join me. Or rather, no one is good enough for me.
Guillotine, I'm going to give you an honest answer.
And I will give an honest reaction.
I'm not sure what compelled you to pick up gaming all of a sudden, but adventures are something you only go on with those whom you resonate with on a deep, emotional level.
Really?
Really. You're going to have to look for someone else other than me. Someone who is a good match for you. Besides, I've moved past joining parties with other players. It seems to me she simply picked it up out of curiosity. I'm sure she'll tire of it soon enough.
Curiosity, you say? I don't think that's the reason she started. But I suppose it's not my place to comment.
Are you done talking? If you are, I'd like to play one more round.
Maiden, after how badly you bungled your last mission, I placed you on indefinite suspension. I realize I gave you permission to spend your time in the dorm as you saw fit, but I hope that you wouldn't slack off as much as you have. So, have you changed your mind?
No, my thoughts remain the same.
Very well then. This will be your final task. Come with me. Sorry for taking so long. It took a while to drag Maiden over here.
It's okay. I didn't wait long.
And I had fun having some alone time with Sweetie besides.
What do you mean by that?
All right. Now that everyone's arrived, it's high time I explain why I've gathered you all here. 12 hours ago, during a newly created simulation, Guillotine used an ocular device without authorization. If we don't receive retroactive approval from the central government within 36 hours, Guillotine's brain will be subject to termination.
Can't we get approval straight away?
I'm afraid not.
Why?
Guillotine hasn't proven to be an irregular yet. Without tangible proof such as that, the central government won't be willing to issue retroactive approval. Our mission is simple. Go into the simulation, assess Guillotine's condition, and leave the simulation just as we came. If it's determined that Guillotine has become an irregular, you're authorized to terminate her as soon as you exit the simulation. If Guillotine becomes an irregular, you are the only NIKKE who can do what must be done. If that situation comes, you will have to kill Guillotine yourself. Will you be able to do that, Maiden?
Me? As a member of the Extrinsic Squad, it is my duty to remain objective and distinguish between professional and personal affairs. I must keep my composure and do what must be done for the sake of the Ark. I will follow the orders that are given to me.
You're to assist Maiden in determining whether Guillotine has become an irregular or not. The final judgment call will be yours to make.
Me? Why not you?
The central government has decided that I am incapable of maintaining objectivity throughout this case.
Yeah, more or less, too personally attached. I understand.
Moving on. Ink, please go over the simulation you've created.
Alrighty then. There I was, one day in the simulation room. Bored out of my gourd, when it came to me. By using the data recorded in NIMF, I could create a simulation on a planetary scale. At the same time, I could set whatever people or objects the user feared most as the primary antagonist. I felt it would make for an incredibly immersive and enjoyable gaming experience. So I submitted the idea, and it got approved. And that is how Simulation MK2 was born. Guillotine was in the middle of quality testing when this incident occurred.
So, the simulation that we're about to enter is based on the data recorded in Guillotine's nymph?
Correct! I see you were paying attention.
Sorry, but I'm not quite following.
You'll understand soon enough once you enter the simulation.
How do we get out of the simulation?
The same as any game. Either defeat the final boss, or open the system window and end the simulation.
Oh, that was simpler than I thought it'd be.
Naturally. Unfortunately, Guillotine hasn't been able to exit the simulation herself. Anyway, do you see that over there? You can use that machine to enter the simulation. Be careful not to take it off too suddenly, as that could have some damaging effects on your brain.
Is there anything else we should be aware of?
Let me think. Ah, yes. Time in the simulation passes twice as fast as in reality. In other words, one day in the simulation is equal to 12 real-world hours.
Yeah, so pretty much hyperbolic time chamber in Dragon Ball Z logic. Got it. So if we have 36 hours to get the central government's approval, that means we have a total of 3 days in the simulation. There's no time to waste. So let's get a move on, Maiden.
Alright, but I'm already worried what kind of world is waiting for us inside.
Now, quit your belly aching. Have you got your devices on? If you're ready, I'll start. Simulation, start!
So yeah, funny thing that they mentioned the Ice Dragon, because there's a solo raid going on right now that involves the Ice Dragon, and the Ice Dragon effectively looks, or the White Ice Dragon effectively looks like a almost a repainted version of Nihilister, but with slightly different attacks.
Are you ready to set off on our adventure, partner?
So let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna need 4,000, I believe, in order to get all the advanced recruit vouchers.
A frigid world, one of foreboding and desolation.
Thanks in advance.
Yeah, the next one should be cutscenes. Well, the next stage after this battle, anyway.
Intermission. Reload!
This battle's finished. Moving on.
Yeah. Another thing I forgot to mention was I went through some of the Bond story for Noir. Not an entire thing, but I may include some screenshots here about some of the events that happened with the Bond story with Noir, and yeah, her Bond story is arguably fan servicey, but honestly, I was kind of cracking up in terms of what was going on with it, and honestly, Noir, definitely one of my favorites. She's definitely becoming one of my favorites, especially with her Bond story.
Friends from the Ark, come to me! So you have answered my call.
Guillotine? Why do you look so triumphant? What is that outfit? Isn't that the hero skin from Final Quest Online?
That it is. It was not my intent to greet you dressed in such a fashion, believe me. My dear, dear maiden, you've arrived in rather spectacular garb yourself.
Huh? What do you mean? What the? It's the Niflheim priest set?
Huh. So that's the name of the set, of the outfit. And Niflheim is, kind of Norse mythology.
Is that a good thing?
It's fantastic. It's the ultimate item for any healer class. However, setting aside the fact that I've stumbled upon such a rare item, why in the world am I dressed like this?
The system must have intervened during the transfer and altered your appearances to better suit this world. Well, as long as it suits you, right? It's the same for you as well, partner.
Yeah, this armor set is pretty cool looking. Kind of reminds me of, kind of reminds me of two things. One, Dark Souls, and two, kind of also reminds me of Goblin Slayer. A full set of Helheim armor? Oh, another Norse reference. Nice.
Yes, Helheim armor.
Well, that's 2 of the 9 realms. Niflheim and Helheim.
Maiden, please explain.
The Helheim armor set is the stuff every tanker dreams of. My character Black Rose wears it. And if you want to beat some of the toughest bosses, and the best job for busting straight through an enemy's patterns is... Hold on. Why am I explaining this? Where is this place anyway? How come we're all equipped with Final Quest Online gear? Commander, do you see that over there? There's a blacksmith and an inn. And there's an adventurers guild over there.
You might want to wipe the drool from your face.
Commander, I've made my decision.
What decision?
You and I are going to live here for the rest of our lives.
Yeah. Oh no. It definitely did not take long for Maiden to get hooked. Come again?
I'm going to go scope out where we'll build our honeymoon suite.
Hold on a minute. She left.
This is quite the dilemma.
What do you mean?
No longer can I call Maiden the Judicator of Crimson Roses. Maybe Judicator of Azure Roses? Or the Icy Judicator. Since she is now the companion of a heroic figure, she needs a name that will make an impression.
Who's this heroic figure you're talking about?
Listen carefully, partner. I have been chosen to be the hero and transported to this world to defeat the White Ice Dragon. The fact that you were transported here as well tells me you are also destined to save the world alongside me. Therefore, you too will need a fitting name. What would fit you?
Why don't you stay here and mull that over while I go look for Maiden?
Grim Reaper's partner? Rapture Slayer? Or maybe...
I'll be right back. There you are.
Commander, something strange is going on.
What is it?
The world in this simulation is flawlessly constructed. It's a fully functioning village of the type you'd see in a game. However, if this simulation was made based on data recorded in Guillotine's nymph, why would it look like that?
Could it be because Guillotine has been playing a lot of Final Quest Online recently? Whenever she doesn't have a mission, she spends the entire day gaming.
Guillotine?
Yeah, she's even been asking me for all sorts of tips on the game.
And she still hasn't been able to clear the first dungeon? Didn't she ask you to form a party with her?
Actually, I made her an offer first. She apologized profusely, went on about something about... Getting tongue-tied. She apologized profusely, went on about something having to do with being bound by fate. And how she couldn't embark on an adventure without Black Rose.
What is that supposed to mean? Ugh. Let's go back. You saw for yourself, Commander. Guillotine hasn't become an irregular. So let's go ahead and defeat the final boss and exit the simulation.
You're not going to leave straight away?
It'd be a real shame for a diehard gamer like myself to leave a virtual world like this so soon. Although it would have been better if it were just the two of us.
To be fair, I agree.
We might as well have some fun while we're here. Let's go. Our fight starts now.
Judicator of the Black Abyss, Knight of Despair, Liberator of Sins.
She's still thinking of names. Yeah, retro sound kind of reminds me of pretty much like older Final Fantasies. It's kind of a sound effect you would hear in a game like that.
Boy, choosing a name for partner is harder than I thought.
You're still reckon you're bringing over that?
Oh, my apologies. I wouldn't want to disappoint you by taking too long.
It's alright, take your time. However, there is something you mentioned earlier that I was intrigued by. You said you were chosen to be a hero that defeats you said you were chosen to be the hero that defeats the White Ice Dragon.
That's right. That is the reason why the three of us fated ones are here.
And is the White Ice Dragon the final boss?
White Ice Dragon? I've never heard of any such monster before. Do you know anything about its attack patterns or weak spots?
Attack patterns? What do you mean?
Can't be too hard on her. She's new to all this. Can't be too hard on her.
Yeah, pretty much the thoughts that go in your head when you're trying to teach someone how to play a game. Pretty much pro versus noob mentality.
Anyway, I was about to go to the association to gather information on the White Ice Dragon.
I'm sure they'll be able to tell us something.
So you agree, Ice Rose?
What did you just call me?
It's incredible. All the things that you always insisted weren't real all exist here. The Big O, the association, and so much more.
Commander, it would be a good idea for us to get some more information from the association. Before we do that, however, we should arm Guillotine. She's the only one walking around without a weapon.
Why do I need a weapon? If anything happens, I can simply use my lethal eye. I already used them to defeat those Big O lackeys.
Commander, let's earn some money on the way to the association and use it to buy some weapons for Guillotine. Also, tell Guillotine not to use the lethal eye anymore. Although, to be honest, she's only able to use it every so often, so it may not be an issue to begin with.
Maybe, but it couldn't hurt to get her weapon.
How am I supposed to fight in this outfit?
Hey, now we're getting that. I was about to say, now we're getting to see burst animations, and we only saw the one.
I guess this makes me a good luck charm, doesn't it?
Indeed it does.
Now that the hero has assembled her party of reliable companions, they first decide to secure funds while en route to their next destination, the association.
By the way, Maiden, I have a question. Is it really okay for us to be doing this?
Guillotine, listen to me carefully. In just about any classic fantasy game containing heroes, it's common for all sorts of items to be hidden throughout villages to help you with gathering initial funds. They're a way for you to scrounge up some basic equipment before entering a dungeon.
Yep.
So...
Oh no. She's pulling a Zelda, she's pulling a Link, isn't she?
You've got to break open every wooden box and jar you see on the streets.
Yep. Oh boy. Yeah. When it comes to Legend of Zelda, Link is the utter enemy, the bane of breakable pots. Though, of course, similar logic is in other RPGs, like say Souls games. You could occasionally break open objects and find something in them or behind them, and yeah, same mentality here. So it's like, go figure. Go figure. Main would go the pretty much the Link route, and break someone's pottery. Thornleaf discovered. What luck?
We can't use this.
Maiden, the street is a complete wreck now.
Guillotine? Don't make me repeat myself.
Okay.
I'm not so sure about this.
Commander, I'm disappointed in you. Whenever you see an empty house, you go in and get items.
Yeah, it's called you invade their property and you steal their stuff. Again, similar mentality to Link. Though, of course, you do similar stuff in, again, other RPGs, or heck, even Pokemon is gets away with it at sometimes. And this is an odd pick, but the Fable games that released like way back, you could technically do that too. But of course, if you get caught stealing items, then you can get yourself in trouble. Either you get kicked out of town, or you have to pay the local authorities a fine as a punishment.
That's Gaming 101. Guillotine, rummage through that garbage can.
Excuse me? That's hardly what a hero who has been transported here to save the world should be doing.
Yeah, well, Red had to do the same thing when he went through Lieutenant Surge's gym, so deal with it.
Garbage cans are veritable treasure troves. Would a hero pass up such a valuable opportunity? Oh, and be sure to get a good look at all the books. They might contain useful information. No matter how thick the tome, it's worth the search if we find even an illuminating line or two.
Yeah, you can come across books and RPGs and like Soul series and whatnot. Well, I think mainly games like Bloodborne, I didn't want to say. You can come across certain elements of lore in a way. I mean, heck, when it comes to the Souls series especially, you have to borderline read items and whatnot in order to actually kind of piece the lore together.
Oh, there's a well over there. Let's go down.
Why in the world would we do that?
There might be a legendary weapon down there.
Or in the case of Bloodborne, two giant shark creatures.
Say no more. I'll handle this. Heroic landing. Oh, why didn't you tell me the well had run dry?
See anything at the bottom?
Not a thing. Hey, how do I get back up?
Now that we've gotten rid of that nuisance, you and I can enjoy ourselves.
As much as I would like that, we should help Guillotine. Guillotine, you have wings. Just fly back up.
The party proceeds to chase away a group of kids who came over to play tag.
I kinda wanted to play tag for a bit.
Oh, no you don't. You'd end up playing for 24 hours straight. And don't let your guard down either just because they're kids.
They beat a swift retreat after a run-in with a chicken.
Oh no. That's pretty much a reference to a cuckoos from Zelda. I think primarily Ocarina of Time.
Be careful.
What is it?
There's a chicken in front of us. If you bump into it by accident, our entire party could be wiped out.
After numerous misadventures, the party arrives at the association.
Yeah, definitely a Legend of Zelda reference. Primarily, I think Ocarina of Time, because I want to say Ocarina of Time is one of the main ones where the cuckoos, aka chickens, where if you attack them, they attack you en masse.
Is this the association? I thought it'd be a lot more secretive than this.
Well, it is an adventurers association after all. Anyway, we managed to gather quite a bit of money today.
I can't say my conscience feels entirely clear, but if you insist it's okay, then all right.
What are all those people doing over there?
How can there be someone in this village more villainous than me?
It's true. They smashed every wooden box and jar they could find and turned the streets into a disaster zone. They looted empty houses and even chased away kids who only wanted to play with them. Here's a wanted poster.
Stop lying! Who would commit such villainous acts so openly? Who would dare engage in such flagrant villainy?
Do you think we should run, Commander?
Do you think?
I heard the hero and her party did it.
Hey, those people over there are trying to sneak off. Aren't they with that hero lady?
Stop right there, hero scum! Nobody breaks the law on my watch! Lend me a hand, Vesti. We've got to catch them!
Okay, I will take those monsters down.
The group is promptly apprehended and put on trial.
Well, that's not good. But hey, we unlocked the minigame. But before I potentially go to the minigame, and well, I'll probably do the minigame later, but I definitely want to progress more to story 1. But before I do, we're gonna take a brief pause, and then I'll be right back. So see you in a moment.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Alright, and we're back. So, a couple things I actually recollected in terms of what I mentioned earlier. In terms of the previous event, any of the previous event before the 2nd anniversary that had voiceover and a hub world like this, it was not the Lost Kingdom event. It was actually an event that came out after, which was Beautiful Shot, the one that had the summer version of Rosanna and Sakura. And also, one thing I neglected to mention is that at the same time that we got the dev notes on Twitter, Shift Up also actually sent out a nice care package to all players, which if I scroll down here a bit, nope, I went down too far. Should be here. Oh, it was here. Come on, don't make a liar out of me. Reward. Password. Huh. Where the heck is it? Well, it was here. Actually, hang on a second. I think I can actually bring it up on the Twitter post. Give me a second and I'll see if I can find that. Okay, so I did find the page in the dev notes that actually made mention of the bonus reward that we got. So I'll go ahead and bring that up on the screen here. Here we go. So as it shows here, as a token of our apology and gratitude for continued love and support for Goddess of Victory NIKKE in 2024. Yeah, there was this was more or less like an apology thing for what happened with like all the like bugs and whatnot that happened during the 2nd anniversary. But as it shows here, We have prepared a small gift, including 1,000 gems and 5 advanced recruit vouchers. So, I don't know why I can't find it in my mail for whatever reason, but it is there. Well, more or less, I did get it, but for whatever reason, I can't seem to find it here, which is weird, because last time I checked, it was amongst the emails or amongst the messages here, but for some reason it's not here. I don't know why, but it's not there. But yeah, with those, well, at first,
A frigid world.
I actually used some of the first advanced recruit vouchers I could get from the login calendar, which were these two, I believe. I used them a little while back off screen to see if I could potentially get lucky on, I believe it was the Ludmilla rerun banner, but I didn't get anything from there. Just pretty much, I think it was just only a couple of rares. And in terms of pulls on Maiden's banner, still nothing. Haven't really done any multis on there. I think I did at one point a single pull on there, and didn't really amount to much. So anywho, with that out of the way, let's go ahead and head back into the story and continue where we left off.
I can feel it. The call of fate.
Alright, so on to stage 6. Excuse me. Actually, you know what? Just before I do that, let's pop a quick stop over here to the shop. And let's see about getting some of these entries. So I'll get this bundle of 2 here.
Are you ready to set off on our adventure, partner?
Okay, so that will at least give us enough entries to do the rest of story 1, and then we'll be able to do, well, we'll be able to do at least 8 of the stages for story 2.
Your Honor!
Uh-oh. It's the quote-unquote Sherlock Holmes of the, NIKKEs.
Why do I have to be the judge?
I, Prosecutor Novel, have come to formally press charges.
I'm too busy for this.
If you would, Judge, please proceed.
Very well. What are the charges?
Destruction of property, breaking and entering, theft, and not playing with children.
Okay, how is that last one a crime?
A most vile-sounding bunch.
Hold it! Objection!
Yep. This is a Ace Attorney reference. Honestly, I'm honestly kind of happy that they did this reference, because I mean, let's face it, lately Nintendo is kind of ignoring Ace Attorney, because as far as I'm aware, there hasn't been a new game for Ace Attorney for like forever, even though I haven't really played Ace Attorney, but I'm aware of the series. So yeah, doing that kind of reference, I can dig it.
What is it?
Oh, I just felt like that's what you say in a courtroom.
True, that is something you do say in a courtroom, yes, but, Maiden, I hate to break it to you, but you're not Phoenix Wright.
You want to try it too, Commander?
Given the stentorian nature of the previous defendant, Perhaps the knight in the armor will handle the defense?
It fits. You talking about me?
Who else could I be talking to?
Sorry.
This is an open and shut case, my friends. I have even prepared witnesses to prove the evil deeds of this party before you.
Objection!
She did it again.
I said be quiet.
Your Honor, subjective witness accounts are of little importance in this case. The only thing that matters in a court of law is objective evidence.
Makes sense.
Drats! I've been struck!
Defendants, present the evidence testifying to your innocence.
Take that. Another Ace Attorney reference. Take what? Main, do we have any evidence that exonerates us?
Not a shred.
Well, crap. Then why did you say all this stuff about evidence being so important?
It sounded like another line you're supposed to say in court.
Again, yes, but you can't say it if we don't have evidence to defend ourselves.
Are you saying that you do not possess any evidence? Objection!
Oh, not you two.
What is it this time?
Before the trial started, Maiden told me to shout that out if I felt we were about to lose.
God damn it. Maiden, telling Guillotine to do that is, again, not helping the situation.
She said it's a magic phrase that'll help you win any case.
If you're Phoenix, right? But not in this case.
Have them all hanged in the public square.
Ain't that a little much? Yo, calm down.
You see, Judge? They have no evidence to support their case. Checkmate, my friends! The only thing left is the final verdict.
As much as I would like to take you all to the square and string you up, I suppose I should pass a fair judgment. The defendant is indeed guilty of detestable crimes, heinous enough to make even Drake shudder. However, in light of their contribution to defeating the Big O's lackeys and bringing freedom to our village, and under the condition that they solemnly pledge to lift the winter's bane, I will settle for sentencing them to a fine of 1,000 gold coins. This money will be used to fund the village's development. Given that they pose a flight risk prior to making this payment, the knight will remain here and assist me with my work. That is all.
I have to stay here? You received a fine of 1,000 gold coins. Yeah, that's effectively half the coins I've accrued thus far. And I've left the party.
Commencing battle.
Yeah, so effectively, along with paying the fine, I'm effectively doing community service.
Reload.
Drop the beat!
Well, didn't even get any burst 2s off,
finished.
so.
Moving on.
Maiden has found a way to earn money. And might as well collect this real quick. And then claim that. There we go. And what we get this time? Okay. yeah, unfortunately, in order to get the really good stuff, I'm gonna have to pay up. Oh, there she is. Looks like Maiden is doing some sweeping next to the little applause statue. And there's Freema counting Z's. Now, as tempting as it may be to look at the minigame, I think I'll worry about checking out the minigame after the story's done.
Are you ready to set off on our adventure, partner?
So, let's go ahead and resume.
I'm not scared so long as Noir is here with me.
Besides, with the remaining lost relics that I need to collect on this map, I need to unlock Story 2 because I believe it is the Story 2 section of the map where the remaining collectibles are. Well, I believe Story 2 is there, but unfortunately in order to get there, I have to unlock Story 2. So, yeah, so the entryway, I believe, to Story 2 is...
you, Ice Rose.
Yeah, for now, I believe the entryway to Story 2, which is in the upper left-hand corner where that castle is the gateway is currently blocked off. I can't get through. But if I unlock Story 2, then that doorway should open, and I should be able to get the collectibles in there.
You said heroes would be forgiven. Anything they did in a village. I never expected that it would lead to me losing partner instead. What a cruel, lonely fate indeed. El telema solus.
How would I know that this is how things would unfold? This is a place where heroes and dragons exist. So why in the world is law and order suddenly a thing?
Maiden, I'm going to offer a sincere piece of advice. As a friend.
What is it?
Games are not reality.
Now, in a way, this could kind of be self-referential humor. Or fourth wall breaking in a way, because their video game characters, their reality is a video game, but yet the reality of this realm that they're in is technically created by Guillotine. So, in a way, this is a alternate reality, in a loose sense, created by Guillotine's mind.
I know that.
I hate to butt in, but do you all intend on bickering like this for much longer? There are many more adventurers waiting behind you. If you aren't going to take the quest...
Oh, sorry. What were the quests that we could take?
Rank 1 quest, the easiest out there.
Privity, I'm a hero. Such quests are far too simple for the likes of me. I, Guillotine de Mephisto, have sworn to walk a path lined with hardships. Go on then, and tell us what is the most difficult quest you have. Preferably one with a high reward.
All of the quests with lucrative payouts have already been taken.
Of course they have.
What? By who?
Sorry. But if it's a master rank quest you want, I've claimed them all.
Bestie, you greedy mage.
You? The blue-eyed little devil. Once again, you stand in our way. The one-winged Dark Lord sealed in my right eye is stirring. It longs to do battle with you.
Then tell it to keep waiting.
I shall try.
Ignore her. What business do you have with us, Vesti? Are you planning on arresting us again? We've already been cleared in a court of law.
That's not why I'm here. I thought we could talk for a bit.
Talk? About what?
Well, you see, I was thinking of going on a subjugation quest. I need someone to be a bullet sponge for me while I cast spells. I mean, act as a shield for me.
Yeah, same thing.
Do you, think by any chance y'all could team up with me?
You scooped up all the Master Rank quests without even forming a party beforehand? Wait, did you say something about a shield?
Yeah. I mean, no. I only said I don't have any companions.
We'll hear you out. What does the quest entail?
The quest is... subjugate the monster which is threatening the village.
Taking down a menacing beast? Sounds thrilling! What kind of monster is it? This is a fantasy world we're in, so perhaps a slime? A golem? A skeleton soldier?
No.
Could it be? Phew. All right, I'm ready. A dark conflagration king consuming the sky. A ferocious tiger which shakes the earth as it bares its fangs. A black dragon virus moaning amongst the chaotic void. The black hedgehog that destroys all.
Shadow the Hedgehog?
It doesn't matter what it is. Out with it.
You're close, but...
Did you hear me? Out with it!
Maiden is like really excited. She wants to know.
The creature we must eliminate is a special type of rapture.
Boring.
Let's go, Guillotine.
Yet all the excitement just immediately left.
Go do what?
Check whether there are any other quests worth accepting.
If you complete the quest, you'll all get 1,000 gold coins each. Still want to turn it down?
Vesti has joined the party. Well, being that she mentioned the reward being 1,000 coins apiece, they figured why not. Effectively, it settles the debt.
Performing reload sequence.
And that previous part where when Maiden mentioned a black dragon, one of the first things that immediately popped up in my head was Fatalis from Monster Hunter.
It's showtime! Noir and Block!
There we go. Now y'all finally got to see Maiden and or Blanc and Noir's animations.
We won! What a blessing!
A snowfield, fairly far from the village. An area where raptures lie in wait for adventurers who have lost their way. It is in this perilous place where the party's first battle occurs.
I'll start. While I cast an explosive spell, you all buy me some time.
Done. Guillotine, you take the front. I'll be right behind you casting spells.
Got it. What exactly do I do there?
It's not her fault. She's new at this. It's not her fault.
Yeah, I can definitely understand Maiden's frustration.
Well, you see, it's the Vanguard's responsibility to keep the Raptures from harming Vesti while she casts her spell.
Sounds simple enough.
Since you seem to have a grasp of it, shall we start? Is everyone ready?
I was born ready.
Ready.
Then let the battle begin.
A horde of raptures, led by a special entity, come rushing in. But the party remains calm and faces them head-on.
You see, Maiden? These raptures are nothing. I can handle them all on my own. So much strength in this body of mine.
Guillotine proceeds to smash the nearby raptures to smithereens with her bare fists.
Embraced by freezing air, yet so internally warm. Oh, great Scotty, grant us a victory in this battle. Absolute zero.
Name of an elemental hero monster in Yu-Gi-Oh!
Meanwhile, Maiden chants a magic spell to freeze the raptures and keep them from approaching.
Also, technically, the name of a special weapon that one of the versions of Mechagodzilla used.
Justice, fallen upon the infallible boundary, appears now as an intangible distortion. Final flame explosion!
Vesti completes the incantation for her spell.
Guillotine, move back!
Affirmative.
Once Vesti is sure Maiden and Guillotine have pulled back, Vesti pulls out her rocket launcher. And then... a shell flies from the rocket launcher. And a resounding explosion causes the entire snowfield to be blanketed in thick plumes of white smoke. Every rapture caught in the blast radius is utterly obliterated.
Another lovely explosion today.
I have a question. Why do you bother carrying a staff if you have that thing?
Good question.
Oh, the staff is more of a fashion statement than anything.
It might as well be.
Don't question it, Maiden. This is way cooler at any rate.
Call me crazy, but this makes me wonder, do we even need a hero? Seems to me that Vesti could take down the final boss all by herself.
How can you say that? You've got it all wrong. My lethal eye can easily release this much firepower.
Right, I'm sure. Let's head back.
Okay. Check this out, Maiden. An entire purse full of gold coins.
Is it okay for us to be taking this? Vesti practically did all the work.
Hey, whatever works. Now that we've collected our reward, we should...
Ahem. You are indeed the hero of the party.
Oh my gosh, what's a little cutie like you doing here?
Maiden, where are your manners?
Sorry?
I can feel something coming from Chloe. I mean, this extraordinary girl.
You can? I'm not so convinced. Hold on. Do you know her name?
Oh no. I just felt like it would be a good name for her.
You shouldn't make up names like that.
It's okay with me. At any rate, I've heard about what you've done for the village. So, I'd like to express my gratitude on their behalf. Would you be willing to hear me out for a moment?
On behalf of the village?
She's our village chief.
But she's so young! Also, why are you still here?
I thought we were friends.
Aww.
So will you lend me your ear?
Oh, sorry. Please, go ahead.
In the days of yore, the hero Laplace.
Oh. Now I recognize. Now I know why she sounds familiar now. She's the narrator for the story scenes.
Received the legendary sword from the goddess, and used it to defeat the raptures that covered this world. But then, seemingly out of nowhere, the evil white ice dragon appeared and sent the Big O out to conquer Laplace and encase the entire world with ice. Guillotine, our hero, you must defeat the white ice dragon and end the winter's bane in order to ensure that our world does not come to an end.
Wow, I didn't think we'd get to take part in an event like this.
Guillotine, will you fulfill our wish?
I certainly will.
Good, and one more thing. To celebrate the formation of your heroic party, the Association has prepared a banquet. We would be honored if you graced us with your presence.
I was wondering when she would potentially make an appearance in the story, given the fact that she was in Story 1 title or menu screen. So, yep, here's Volume with her Bard outfit.
Shout it out so the speakers break. Make some noise.
A fine song that stirs the cold and makes the blood boil.
Why is a minstrel playing an electric guitar?
I wouldn't question it too much.
For goodness sake, Maiden, must you question everything? Because it's cool, that's why.
All right, fine.
I've been thinking about this for a while. We really could use a chef and bard in our party.
I think we're perfect with our current roster. We have enough firepower and someone to assume the front line. Having said that, don't you think we're forgetting something?
We are?
I'm sorry to interrupt, but the banquet is in full swing. May I ask you to say a few words? At the village chief's request, everyone stops and turns towards Guillotine.
A few words? Maiden, what should I say?
How would I know?
Then... okay, fine. I've been through hell since I was transported to this world. But looking back, it's been a blast. You guys were right. Adventuring is best done with people you connect with. This wonderful world has given me so many wonderful memories. So I propose to...
Guillotine, wait!
And so, the cheerful banquet night continues.
It's practically the middle of the night. It won't be easy to hunt down 1,000 gold coins.
And the chatter, newbie.
Yes, I'll be quiet and keep my head down.
That's better. There's a lot left to do. So keep working on those papers.
Oh no. Emma has begun making delicious food. Uh-oh. Given her reputation with cooking, not a good sign. The banquet for the hero and her companions has begun. Okay, oh, there's Emma. Oh, that's cute. Calling people over to eat. I wonder.
Set off on our adventure, partner. A frigid world, one of foreboding and
okay. So, no special interaction.
I can feel it. The call of fate.
Yeah. Kind of seeing their chibis cook the food like that. Something that immediately came to mind was the
Are you ready to set off on our adventure, partner?
was the game bring from the name. Overcooked. That's right. Yeah. That kind of reminds me of the game Overcooked, where, well, the different characters you can play as are kind of chibi-like, and you can prepare food for customers and whatnot. And of course, with Overcooked, you can technically play it single player, but with like later releases of the game, you can of course change certain settings to make it to where it's significantly easier.
Getting ready.
Like to the point where it's similar to where you're playing with along with friends. Because Overcooked is borderline a game that's meant to be played in co-op.
Moving on.
Excuse me. I feel tired for some reason.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's just, you see, we received an important quest from the village chief. Don't worry, it's not like we forgot about you. Isn't that right, Ice Rose?
Except they kinda did.
That's right. It was a very important quest telling us the purpose of the game. If we skipped it, it would be like refusing to play the game outright.
The way I remember it, you two had an awful lot of fun last night.
Yeah, and they completely forgot about me. Like I said, like was mentioned.
We did no such thing.
Yes, you did.
You're still here?
Of course. We're friends now, after all.
Anyway, we only have 2 days until our deadline. We need to hurry and get Guillotine's gear ready.
Good idea. Vesti, where's the weapon shop?
Over there.
This should be fine, since they seem to be on better terms.
Wow. This place has practically every weapon I've ever seen in the game.
Huh? All I see are clothes.
Same with me. I'm always seeing clothing in the background.
They're displayed all around you if you look carefully. Do you see that over there, Commander? That's the Moonlight Sword.
Wait. As in the Souls series Moonlight Sword? Because I know there's a Moonlight Sword, which is a large great sword you can get in the Souls games. Minus Sekiro, of course. There's even a version in Bloodborne known as the Holy Moonlight Sword. Specifically, it's a weapon of one of the bosses of the DLC, being Ludwig the Holy Blade. But I feel like this is a Soul series reference.
You know about the Moonlight Sword.
Unwa, what are you doing here?
You have a good eye.
It's a legendary sword, strong enough to smash through any hardened helmet.
Indeed. Then how about this one?
Smash any hardened helmet, huh? Another great sword that kind of comes to mind is the Dragon Slayer sword, used by Guts.
That's too big to be called a sword.
Too big to be called a sword. Wait a minute. That could technically be a Berserk reference. Which, fun fact, the creator behind most of the Soul series and Bloodborne is a fan of Berserk. At least according to Maximilian Dude.
It's cumbersome, heavy, and crudely made.
Yeah, just like Dragon Slayer.
It's more like a heap of raw iron.
Oh, it is. I've heard that same description before, talking about the Dragon Slayer. The Dragon Slayer sword that Guts uses. Though, the place I heard this description was from the death battle made by Screw Attack when they were Screw Attack, which was Guts versus it was Guts versus Nightmare.
You, wait here a moment.
We only came here to find a weapon for a guillotine.
I realize that. I'm going to bring you out something good. Just wait here. Time is money, weakling.
Alright.
Unwa proceeds to show the party a wide variety of weapons fit for a hero, including a great sword where various orbs could be inserted.
Various orbs can be inserted. That reminds me of the Buster Sword that Cloud uses in Final Fantasy VII. Because I know that, well, you can't really tell with, well, you can't tell with the original Final Fantasy VII, but you can use, materia to, when attached to the weapons, to get them, like, certain benefits. And then, in Final Fantasy VII Remake, depending on the materia you have equipped, you can actually see the materia physically present in the Buster Sword.
An iron crowbar that could knock an enemy out cold.
Wait a minute. That's a Half-Life reference.
And a diamantine sword, all surrounded by piles of books.
Diamantine sword surrounded by piles of books. Not too sure about that reference.
You have a talent for this. Help yourself to whatever you like, even the special items in the back.
If anyone knows by chance what that last one's a reference to, let me know in the comments.
I'll give you a discount as well.
Guillotine, since you're still a rookie, you wait here for a moment. I'll set you up with the finest equipment money can buy.
What the? That's a lot of stuff. If we wear all this, we'll be so weighed down we'll barely be able to walk.
Yep, pretty much similar to weight mechanics in the Soul series, where if you wear too heavy of equipment, you can barely do a dodge roll.
I say we ditch the shield and helmet.
But they go so well together.
Fashion Souls.
Wait a moment, I'll choose again. Guillotine, hold this.
It's just a stick.
The stick of truth?
Weapon stores have always stockpiled weapons with little regard for quality. What that means, however, is that you may find some real diamonds in the rough. It set me back 100 coins, so be careful with it.
What? You spent 100 coins on this?
I saw some brilliant communication devices when I was back there.
Wait, Maiden? Excuse me, Blue-Eyed Beret. Would you be interested in buying this back from us?
I'll take it for 1 gold coin.
That's borderline the exchange rate at GameStop. There's one thing you need to understand about this kind of shop. They always sell high and buy cheap.
Whatever. I don't need this stuff anyway. A sword fit for a hero is enough.
A hero's sword? If that's what you're looking for, you've come to the wrong place.
Of course we have.
You need to head to the temple.
What?
If I'd known this was where we had to go, I wouldn't have been so interested in that other shop.
I think it's a good thing you bought that stick. That way, at least you didn't leave empty-handed, even if it's just a stick.
Let me share a little premonition with you. This stick is going to come in real handy later. Just you watch. Anyway, here it is. A legendary sword. Frima is cradling it in her arms.
And apparently that's the same sword, it looks like, that Laplace is holding in the statue. So, somehow, we gotta get the sword away from Frima, who's holding it while she's napping.
Why is she hugging onto something like that while sleeping?
She is the sword spirit tasked with safeguarding the hero's sword for all of time.
Should we wake her?
We're unable to awaken the sword spirit. Not even Maiden's magic. Or Vesti's rocket launcher could lull her from her slumber.
Seriously, a rocket launcher can't wake her up. It would probably destroy her, let alone wake her up.
We have no other choice. It's time to use the lethal eye.
She's already unconscious. It won't work.
Don't you dare.
Never mind. So what do we do now?
Is there any other method we haven't tried?
Let's head back to the association. The village chief might know a way.
Commencing battle. Enemy aircraft has been shot down. Cover.
I've got to protect my sister. Drop the beat. Time for Noir and Pop.
It's showtime with Noir and Pop. I got too excited.
There we go. Another stage done.
Pitch perfect performance.
Why are you smashing up a perfectly good guitar?
You mean you don't know?
Don't know what?
This is a sacred ritual musicians used to express a burning passion.
Okay, I'm satisfied. Let's keep it moving and head to the next song.
Partner, may I give into the music for a moment? My blood is boiling.
First, we need to find a way to wake Freema up.
Let me hear you scream!
This concert doesn't seem like it's going to end anytime soon.
You were looking for me?
We want to know how to wake the sword spirit. Maiden, is this woman really the village chief?
Yes, surprisingly.
The sword spirit? Wait a moment. I will bring someone who will know. There's still one of the hero's old companions who still remains.
Oh?
You've got some nerve disturbing me while I'm resting.
We're asking Drake for help?
I'll answer whatever questions you have, so fire away!
Right. If there's anyone who has knowledge about Laplace's weapon, it would be Drake.
Oh, great villainous Drake. We need a way to obtain the legendary sword.
You intend to claim that weapon?
I do.
Very well. I consider you and your cohorts as commendable villains, so I'll tell you how to procure the weapon. After the battle with Shifty of the Four Heavenly Kings, Laplace learned from the sage that her end was near. She therefore entrusted the sword spirit with her sword, and asked her to pass it on to a successor if another hero should appear one day.
So the story goes. The question is, how do we awaken the sword spirit?
Even during our own adventures, the sword spirit mostly remained dormant. When she wished to awaken her, she did so by playing a song. Specifically using a flute made from wisteria wood.
That kind of gives me Poke Flute vibes from the Pokemon series. When all the way back in Pokemon Red and Blue and Yellow, you would use the Poke Flute to wake up Snorlax.
But I must inform you, that flute has been missing for a long time.
Of course it has.
In other words, you're plain out of luck. How do you feel about being defeated by the villainous Drake? Despair, you pitiful hero!
Did you say flute? Like this thing?
How did you get that?
I told you this would come in handy later, Commander.
Hold on a minute. So that stick that we conveniently found in the shop just so happens to be the flute? I thought it was just our ordinary stick. I can't believe you were actually right.
But do any of us know how to play the flute?
To my knowledge, no.
Not me. Me neither.
Vesti?
Sorry, I don't know either.
I dropped a few narrative breadcrumbs myself, Maiden.
Sorry?
I told you that a chef and a bard were imperative to a well-balanced party. Volume, join my crew.
Can she play the flute? Well, Volume has joined the party.
Much time has passed.
Oh, Mustang and Ingrid.
First time the 4 heavenly kings have gathered since La Defeat de Shifty, no?
Quit wasting my time, will you?
Oh, great, she's here.
Get to the point and tell me why you called us over here.
The ACPU that was overseeing the village has been defeated. Based on the rumors we're hearing, it was a hero's doing.
A hero? Impossible! I've already taken care of the hero.
Has another appeared?
I'm not sure.
Très bien. I will move out with my queens.
What do you plan on doing if you run into them?
I'll have to get rid of the problem, n'est-ce pas?
Oh, there's Vesti. Yeah, she's gonna pretty much commit property damage. Yeah, Vesti? That's a good way to cause an avalanche. Alright, looks like we got 2 stages left for story 1.
I can feel it. The call of fate.
The Slumbering Sword B is next. Wait a minute. The hero's a part-timer. Oh, that's a reference to an anime called The Devil is a Part-Timer. Anywho, next stage. It's like, I haven't seen the anime itself, but I'm aware of the name.
Buster, how do you reload again?
Drop the beat! Time for Noir and Blood!
It's showtime with Noir and Blood.
Everyone, put your hands together! Let us have it!
There we go. One more stage to go.
I may look like a bunny, but I'll take on anyone, anytime, anywhere.
So, after the next stage, we'll be able to do 8 stages of story 2.
You said this was going to be a magnificent stage. And you've got me performing in front of a boulder?
Volume, please. Just this once.
Fine, but in exchange, you all have to be my managers for my next performance. Understand?
So I have to be the manager in this world as well? Okay, deal.
All right, let's get this show on the road.
A new addition to the party approaches Frima and plays the flute.
Frima is snoring happily. Volume plays the flute. Frima opens her eyes.
I can't believe it. She actually woke up.
God damn it. I freaking called it. I knew it. The Pokey Flute and Snorlax reference. I freaking called it. Oh my god. I love it. It is like legit a old school Pokemon reference.
Hey. Disturb sleep. You die. You wish to test me? I'll take it from here, everyone.
Alright, she's all yours.
So it's a challenge then. Come at me, Frima. Your orders, partner?
Yeah, this is effectively this is the Pokemon menu. You either fight, use an item, switch Pokemon, or run away. Go, Guillotine! Oh, I love this. I love this. And then attacks, Residual Heat, or Shroud of Darkness. Attack power increased.
See what I can do? Well, wait no longer. Come, one-winged Dark Lord, Dragon of the Deep.
Oh wait, that's...
Black smoke flows from Guillotine's right eye, which soon transforms into the shape of a dragon and surges forth, impaling Frima.
Pain. You're good. Inherit Hero's sword. Congrats.
Attain the hero's sword. Yeah. That old Jingle Miles will be a reference to either Final Fantasy or early Legend of Zelda.
Back to sleep.
Yeah, just like a Snorlax. Sleeps most of the time.
Guillotine, your eye!
Didn't I tell you? If I use the lethal eye, the firepower is immense.
And out like a light.
Guillotine?
For the second time since coming to this world, the effort of using the power sealed within her eye has caused Guillotine to faint.
Guillotine, are you okay?
Step back, Commander. Something's wrong.
Orders. All irregulars must be defeated.
Uh-oh.
Ice barrier.
Huh. That's actually an archetype of monsters in Yu-Gi-Oh! Guillotine swings her sword, but it is blocked by the ice barrier formed by Maiden.
Commander, I can't hold out for too long. Get behind me.
Guillotine.
Commander.
Irregulars must all...
I think she's fainted again. Are you okay, Commander?
Yeah, thanks to you. How about Guillotine? Is she alright?
That's your decision to make, Commander. It's up to you to determine whether Guillotine is an irregular or not. No matter what decision you make, the most important thing now is to keep Guillotine from using her power.
Alright, so here's the boss. So story 1, Vulcan. Vulcan R.
Drop the beat! Time for Noir and Plot! It's showtime with Noir and Plot! Give it my
he's just about done, and there he goes. Cool.
Pitch perfect performance.
It's like, as much as I would like to get the Bard skin, as much as I would like to get the Bard skin for volume, unfortunately, I kind of also want to stay free to play as much as I can, as tempting as that skin is to get. Anyway, Maiden, it's time to change shifts.
As a member of the Extrinsic Squad, it is my duty to remain objective and distinguish between professional and personal affairs. I must keep my composure and do what must be done for the sake of the Ark. I will follow the orders that are given to me.
Maiden? It's time to change shifts.
Is it already? Is Guillotine awake?
Not yet. We're investing volume.
I sent them back. They'll be back tomorrow morning. Well, I better get going.
Wait. I have a question.
What is it?
When we entered the simulation, you said something about us enjoying this for the last time.
I did.
I want to know what you meant by that.
I wasn't really hinting at anything. I meant it literally. This is the last mission in which I'll be taking part with you, Commander.
What? What are you talking about?
I made a promise to Ingrid. Once this mission is over, I'll undergo a memory wipe.
Are you serious? What?
Oh, don't misunderstand. I'm the one who requested it.
But why?
Right now, I don't belong anywhere.
Technically, I don't believe that. The reason why is because of her Bond story. Because, well, early on, during when Maiden Ice Rose's banner first dropped, there was episode viewing for OG Maiden. And in that Bond story, you actually get her to join up with a group who were playing an MMORPG together. And after doing so, she felt like she actually had a place that she belongs. And that's thanks to us, the commander, for doing that. So she's technically wrong where she doesn't belong anywhere. She does.
I can't carry out any missions as extrinsic. Nor can I enjoy gaming anymore. That's why I decided to get my memory wiped. Hey, don't worry about it too much. I left traces of myself here and there. First of all, I made sure to take the top spot in all the games I'm playing.
Maiden, I have something to tell you. What the hell?
Stay here. I'll go see what's happening.
The path to the village has been cleared.
Bien joué, Sakura. Now then, my queen. Bring all those who call themselves heroes to me.
Dead or alive?
Of course. It doesn't matter.
Excellent. I love not having to worry about the details.
Okay, so Mustang's here with the Underworld Queens.
Come, let's go hunting.
We'll go as well. Let's show them the power of the Big O.
Let's go.
Magnifique! Tonight will be a long, long night indeed. From now on, it's our time! Entertainment!
There we go. We officially unlocked Story 2. So, if I'm correct, we should be able to enter through the doorway now. I think. Unless... Oh, okay. The bonfire Story 2. Huh. So in that case...
I can feel it. The call of fate. A frigid world. One of foreboding and desolation. Are you ready to set off on our adventure, partner?
Okay. So, how do I get in there?
Set off on our adventure, partner?
I'm kind of confused. So, how the heck am I supposed to enter through the doorway then, in order to get those items?
I can feel it. The call of fate.
Maybe it has something to do with the minigame?
And desolation.
I'll check the minigame. Maybe see if there's any rewards or something that ties into it.
And desolation.
I have a suggestion. Would you be willing to hear me out? Again with the ice roll stuff? I told you not to call me that. Sorry. I got a bit worked up. Commander, could you talk to Guillotine for me? Tell her whatever her suggestion is, it's bound to be strange, so I don't want to hear it. Can you tell her that yourself? Anyway, Guillotine, did you hear all that? I suppose doesn't want to hear my suggestion? Very well then. That leaves me with no choice. Staring contest? Fine, I'll hear you out. What's this proposal of yours? Wait until you get a load of this. Realm deployment. Huh? Where is this? From this moment on, our heroic party will storm the Demon King's castle. What the? What is going on? Of course, this isn't the real Demon King's castle. It's a dungeon I created myself, so there's no need to worry. You won't get hurt. I guess. I get it now. You're suggesting that we practice here before heading into actual combat. Precisely. You're as sharp as ever, Ice Rose. My proposal is... train this dungeon I've created, breaking through the numerous traps and monsters to reach the white Ice Dragon. Then, rinse and repeat. What do you think? Sounds good to me. I'm in. Alright then, let's get started. Introducing Dragon Dungeon Run. I feel like this music is very reminiscent of something. Could be one of the themes I've heard before, just more or less retro. So what we got going on here? Dragon Dodge Run is a mini-game that takes place in a virtual field created by the hero Guillotine. The field is designed to train the hero and her comrades to break the various traps and monsters in order to reach the White Ice Dragon. Controls. For mobile devices, tap the screen to move the character forward, tap and swipe the screen to move the character in the direction of the swipe. Tap the skill button to cast a skill. For PC, use the arrow keys to control the character's movements. Press the spacebar to cast a skill. Okay. Characters. Choose one of the 4 characters to play. Each character has a different skill with varying usage limits and cooldown times. Traps and monsters. Traps and monsters will hinder the character's movement. Running into them will cause the character's HP to decrease. Some traps and monsters can be destroyed with skills. If the character runs into monsters or enters their alert zone, the monsters will chase them. Entering any area with water will cause the character to die instantly, regardless of the remaining HP. And then score. The final score is the sum of the distance traveled and the gold collected. There are mimics mixed in among the gold boxes, so watch out when you collect them. Huh, okay. We'll hold off on doing the minigame for now.
Are you ready to set off on our adventure, partner?
But I'm still curious as to how I can open this doorway so I can get the items inside. Maybe I have to complete story 2? Maybe? Nah, that wouldn't really make sense, would it?
I can feel it. The call of fate.
Let's see. Did anything interesting appear in the shop? Not really.
A frigid world. One of foreboding and desolation.
I can feel it. The call of fate.
Let's go ahead and head to the location of story 2.
Are you ready to set off on our adventure, partner?
Kind of wanted to see if there was anything that mentioned the rewards. What we're going to do is we're gonna call it we're gonna call it here, and when we return next time, we're gonna see about kicking off story 2 and see about completing the Ice Dragon Saga story, getting hopefully the rest of the current collectibles in the hub world, and then after that, then we're going to see about potentially the taking a look at the minigame. And then we're going to try, emphasis on try, to get Maiden, Guillotine, as well as potentially Ludmilla from their respective banners. And we'll potentially do some other pulls in Ordinary Recruit, so I can potentially get some more pilgrims. But we will see about doing probably all that next time. So, until then, I hope you all have a fantastic day. Take care, subscribe for more NIKKE, and I'll see you all next time.